I must not tell lies.
I must not tell lies.
And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my review for The Lie, a Blumhouse film that Amazon Studios now have acquired the rights for. A father and daughter are on their way to dance camp when they spot the girl's best friend on the side of the road. When they stop to offer the friend a ride, their good intentions soon result in terrible consequences. So this film premiered at TIFF in 2018, and it's taken 2 years up until now for someone to buy the rights up to scoop it up and give it to us. And thankfully it's coming to Amazon, so with your googly eyes you can watch it. I believe it comes out on the 6th. The Lie stars Peter Sarsgaard, Joey King, Mireille Enos, and Danny Kind. So Veena Sud directed this. She's directed a number of really interesting works, most notably The Killing for me, which I thought was excellent. That was an AMC original. The AMC is The Walking Dead, actually, The Killing. And our main protagonist, well, one of our main protagonists, Mrs. Enos, she worked with her. Obviously, she was the main protagonist in The Killing. So it's interesting that the director and actress are working together again in a new project. Whenever I see the logo now for Blumhouse, normally it gets a seal of approval. Obviously, you've got to watch the film or the series, whatever they're producing, but there's been a few that have been really twisty and really interesting, unique works. Sometimes it's quite scary, and so when I see Blumhouse, I go, yeah. And so now it's Blumhouse and Amazon Studios, and this film definitely has that indie vibe. You can also go into this film probably about halfway through thinking, is this going to be anything more than what it is? Because essentially it's about the consequences of lies and the consequences of doing something. Like one moment can shape your life. And so we see a moment that the daughter does something horrendous, and from the outset the parents are catching up. They're lying to protect their daughter, to protect their family, their way of life. And as the film progresses, it just becomes more and more their lives unravel. You know, you have to lie to protect your lie. That's always the way of things. So you lie to protect your lie, and eventually you will get caught out. That's normally how it goes. So the majority of the film is that we see what happens because of that moment. And I would say even that would make this film really good. The performances are excellent. It's well shot. It's very tense. All the performances here are believable. You believe that they're a family in turmoil. You believe they've gone through a lot already by the time they get to the screen, by the time we get to watch them. There's a lot of history there. There is no padding. There's no exposition as well, which I loved. You kind of just thrust into this family in the moment that you see them, and then we have to deal with the consequences of this moment and having to see how they deal with that. And you see how their estranged relationships also almost come together at times and break further apart, and it's just a spiraling of events. And so I thought it was very good, but I was hoping for more, and I'm happy to say there is more. Without doing spoilers, there is more to this film that meets the eye, but you kind of have to give it the meat, the majority of the film for it to be that what you think it's going to be, and you're thinking it's not going to be more than that. I'm speaking in riddles, yes, but I don't want to do spoilers. Suffice to say, the ending is worth watching the whole film for, because there is that moment where I have to say I didn't see it coming. I should have, but I didn't. So their daughter Kayla, I thought her character was very interesting. I never quite know what she's going to do. She performs her role in a way that makes you a little bit on edge. You don't know how she's going to react to a certain situation. From one moment it looks like she is just trying to bring the family together. There's a detachment of how she feels from the world and how she actually is because of the mother and father's separation, and then the relationships that come into that, and she's that daughter, like Parent Trap, trying to bring the family together again. And then there's other moments she acts like she has a split personality at times. She doesn't, but it does feel like she's happy, she's sad, almost bipolar. And I thought her performance was excellent because you don't know what's going to happen. And then when you see the consequences, the other actors perform them in such a way that you believe their plight, which I thought was fantastic. The scripting is quite tight. There isn't that much scripting as well as in dialogue. There's obviously a script. There's not a lot of dialogue in this, which I like. When there is dialogue, there's a lot of crying and tears and spluttering and trying to, get the point across of what they have to do. But for the most most part, there's a large majority of this film that's told visually through the expressions of the actors, that they're, you know, trying to portray something to you, to each other, and you're trying to read what's going on. I felt quite on edge and nervous. I almost didn't want to watch parts of the film because I didn't like what was going on, and I didn't know how to help them. You know, sometimes you watch a film and you're willing the characters to do certain things. Like, you're thinking in your mind, how would you get out of this situation? And you're thinking, wait, that was the wrong decision to do. This is going to come back to bite you in the butt. So the whole time your mind is going, yes, how do I fix this for them? Obviously it's a movie and you can't. So that makes you feel even less like, I don't want to watch this. This is terrible. So if it gets you invested on that level, I think the film is doing its part. Is doing a good job. And when you get to that end moment, I was like, damn, okay, very impressive. I would give, without the last 10 minutes of this film, I would have given it a B+. But because of the last 10 minutes of this film, how impressed I was with it, I'm going to give it an A-. Remember, if you've seen this film, and you want to talk spoilers, don't spoil it for everybody else. Write the word spoilers and do ... because you can't totally spoil it for people. And if I see you doing that, I will totally delete that comment. Say spoilers, do ... and then talk about, which I presume you're going to talk about, is the ending. Thanks so much for watching this review. Let me know in the comments what other Blumhouse films you love and others that you are looking forward to. We're going to be reviewing all of them. Thankfully, we've been given screeners to this, so I hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know which is your favorite Blumhouse project. Thanks so much for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.